An entire Roman legion vanished without a trace. It's one of ancient Rome's greatest unsolved mysteries. This is the disappearance of the 9th Roman legion. The year is 78 AD, the place is Roman Britain. The problem is the Roman army is missing an entire legion. In fact, it's missing two. But don't worry, we'll get to that second one later. Because this isn't just some bit part in a larger conflict. We're talking about Legio IX Hispana, one of Rome's most experienced and battle-hardened legions. As far as we can tell from the fragmentary accounts in the pages of history, the last place they were definitely seen was in the summer of 78 AD when they were stationed in the northern province of Britannia Superior. They had spent several years here putting down the Boudiccan revolt, quelling rebellions on the continent, and generally keeping the barbarians in check along the northern frontier. But the year before, in 79 AD, Legio IX had been ordered to move south to assist in putting down a revolt in the province of Judea. And while we know they arrived there because their commander wrote back to the emperor bragging about how impressive his legion was, there are no records of them doing anything at all. So historians have speculated that the legion was perhaps reassigned to somewhere else after arriving. Perhaps they were sent to Egypt to put down a revolt there. But there's absolutely no evidence to support this theory. It's more likely that the 9th remained in Judea, but not for long. According to Cassius Dio, the Jews revolted again in 78 AD once again. It seems likely that Legio IX was called upon to put down this rebellion. And according to the same source, the legion did battle with the Jewish rebels at a place called Beth Horon, where they suffered a great defeat. But that's the last time Legio IX is mentioned in any official Roman sources. No reports of them moving anywhere else, no records of them taking part in any other campaigns. They simply seem to have vanished into thin air. So what happened to them? One theory is that after suffering heavy casualties at the hands of the Jews, the 9th was wiped out shortly afterwards by local tribespeople in what is now Scotland. The theory goes that the legion was on campaign against the northern tribes when they were set upon by the Caledonians, a fierce tribe that lived in what is now northern Scotland. According to this theory, the Romans were lured into a trap by the Caledonians who massacred them. No evidence has ever been found to support this theory, however, nor has anyone ever found the supposed lost legion within the borders of Scotland. It's also worth pointing out that if the legion had indeed been defeated in battle, it's unlikely that every single soldier would have perished. The Romans commonly retreated and regrouped after suffering a defeat, even if their commander was killed. And yet, there was not a single account of Legio IX turning up elsewhere in the empire, nor was there any archaeological evidence of them being lost in battle. No mass grave has ever been discovered containing the bones of the Legion's soldiers. For these reasons, most modern historians reject the idea that the Legion was lost in battle. Instead, they believe that the 9th, along with the 10th, which disappeared in Germania, were both victims of a much more bureaucratic sort of death. After the campaigns in Britain and the Jewish revolt, both legions were effectively done with. They'd been hard-pressed into service, and the emperors probably just decided to keep them off the books, saving their pay for more productive military uses. But where did they go? Well, it's possible they were both integrated into other units and disbanded. But that doesn't explain why there are no records of them anywhere. So another theory is that the emperors simply recorded the legions as having been lost in some sort of natural disaster. Perhaps a flood, an earthquake, or even a volcanic eruption swallowed them whole. In fact, recent studies of ancient texts have revealed that earthquakes were much more common during the 1st century AD than previously thought. There were at least 3 major earthquakes centered around the Sea of Galilee, the site of the supposed Lost Legion's last campaign. So it's entirely possible that the earth shook, the ground split, and the 9th fell in. Now, if you want to hear about the lost 10th Legion, then you'll have to tune in next week. But until then, here's a fun fact. The Roman army never found the lost 9th Legion, but they did find the lost 10th. You're welcome. Now, stay tuned and let us know what you think happened to the Ninth Legion. Do you think they were betrayed by the Jews? Did the Scottish tribes wipe them out, or did the earth swallow them whole? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.